Hey guys, Pillow here, and today I really wanted to talk about something that I found very problematic on my Reddit feed today. You'll see there's no video of me or anything in this because I did not have the time to get ready. I saw this and I needed to make a video. I needed to get this out while I still can, while it's still here a little bit. So the title was Reddit adds someone suspended from two UK political parties for allegations of pedophilia as an admin and permabans anyone who brings it up. Some people are not happy. Now, when I saw this post, it was still up. It was removed by mods, and their claim was, we've already got threads about this, and this is way too close to doxing, is their claim. And someone asks, is it doxing if the individual in question has a Wikipedia article about them? Which of course they haven't responded to and never will because it's bullshit, absolute bullshit to try to cover their asses. And LOL doxing a public figure by paraphrasing Wikipedia and calling Jane Doe a pedophile. Now, I'm out a few subs. Public figures, we do not consider doxing at all. And as, you know, from one Reddit mod to another, this is bullshit. It's disgusting. And egregious, it's heinous, and I hate every part of this. I hate every part of this. But thankfully, we have the web archive that is able to get these back for us without having to look at remove edits, horrid, bright blue and red on black. Now there's something really quick I want to highlight here before I read the whole thing. Now let's get to that doxing claim the mods made for their decision. OP begins this post with, now let's start with some backstory. I would much rather just link her Wikipedia page, again because she's a public figure, and save myself the work, but I'd probably get banned for that because it contains her real name, despite the fact she's a public figure. So I'll have to write it up myself and use pseudonyms. I'll be calling the admin Jane Doe, her father John Doe, and her partner, once boyfriend, now husband, Mike Smith. Now, in this article, OP stayed true to their word. They did not link her Wikipedia. They never used her name or her relatives' names so that she could be found. Nobody's real names were used. The only Wikipedia articles linked were the Green Party of England and Wales and the Liberal Democrats UK, the two political parties she was suspended from. That's it. Now let's get into the meat and potatoes of this and do some reading. So I read you the first paragraph, so I'm just going to start on the second. Jane Doe joined the Green Party of England and Wales in 2014 at age 17. She worked her way up the ladder, becoming the chair of LGBTQIA+ Greens in 2015 and the equality spokesperson for the party in 2016. So that's around age 18 and 19, which is pretty impressive. Her political career seemed to be going well. She even ran as the Green candidate for Coventry South, getting a whole 1.3% of the votes. Following that success, she decided to stand in the 2018 party election as deputy leader, but that didn't go quite as planned. Jane Doe decided to resign from the election and was later suspended from the Green Party on a no-fault basis after her father, who she had chosen as her election agent in both 2017 and 2018, was sentenced to 22 years in jail or prison for the rape and torture of a 10-year-old girl, after being reported to police in 2015 and charged in 2016. So again, reported in 2015, charged in 2016, right? He was her election agent in 2017 and 2018. So it was known, right? It was alleged that he raped and tortured a 10-year-old girl. And she still decided to make him be her election agent? Jesus. So the party decided to launch an investigation to the incident, and she left shortly after, citing transphobia. So I'm assuming her argument was, oh, because I'm, trans and they're transphobic, they attacked me for my pedophilic father, who I chose to be my election agent even after these allegations came out. Come on. But her political career was not over yet. In October of 2018, she decided to join the Liberal Democrats. See, if you fail at one, just switch sides, right? Which she was suspended from in 2019 after her boyfriend, now husband, she did not leave him, tweeted about having sexual fantasies about children. Jane Doe claimed his account had been hacked, but that's unlikely as Mike Smith has multiple accounts under the same username on multiple sites where he talks about being a pedophile. On one site saying early exposure to sexual situations led to an interest in the immature female body, which led to my pedophilia. Now, I just want to say real quick, when I was sexually abused, it was me and another girl that were being abused together. And our abuser would make us help him to hurt each other, essentially. And we did what he said because we were 4 and terrified. Now, that early exposure to sexual situations did not lead me to having an interest in immature children's fucking bodies. That's disgusting. It disgusts me. This shit disgusts me more than anything else. That's a bullshit fucking excuse, and I hate it. So he admits to being a pedophile, which led to my pedophilia. Admits to being a pedophile, and she fucking married him. Now I know, there's pedophiles everywhere that never act on it. They never watch CP and, they live amongst us and no one ever knows. But that does not mean I would fucking marry one or let one watch my fucking kids. So as we can see, Jane Doe is a pretty fucked up person. So it makes sense that a few weeks ago she was added to the admin team. And for anyone that doesn't know, Reddit used to be I'm pretty sure the biggest procurator, of child porn. So that was a thing too. The drama started when I think we'll get to that in a different post. The drama started when a r/UK politics mod posted an article by The Spectator that in passing mentioned Jane Doe. She was not the central subject of the article and was shortly after banned. This caused quite a ruckus in a number of subreddits, but unfortunately most of the posts have been removed, so we only have a few scraps. Shocker. Okay, here's the comment I was thinking of. Not so fun fact, Reddit was once home to the biggest child porn reserves in the world. There wasn't any direct law against it since there was no nudity in the pictures, but many were really sexual. It was fat material for pedos around the world. Google the Reddit jailbait sub. Basically, people would hack into PhotoBucket, Facebook, Flickr, etc. accounts and steal pictures of children and post them to the subreddit. The Reddit admins would reach out to these prolific uploaders and become close friends with them, even giving them awards. It wasn't until Anderson Cooper shamed them over the course of several weeks that they begrudgingly took down the subreddit. Though for years afterwards, they turned a blind eye to copycat subreddits. Here's one segment on it. Somehow, Violent Acres, I don't know, got all the blame when a ton of the Reddit admins were in on it. They are all employed at Reddit to this day. Reddit gave an award to the head mod, right? A literal, real-life award, if I recall correctly. Like an actual trophy for being a pedo. Yeah. So, this is a thing. I really don't want to... Oh yeah, you ever hear about some of the other fucked up subs that used to pollute this place? There was a sub dedicated to pictures of dead women's corpses. I remember that one. r/I don't want to say, which explicitly explained they weren't joking in their racism. Quite a few jailbait alternatives that popped up when jailbait got banned. All sorts of gross shit. There really was. And I find it interesting how, the admins had to have their hands forced to essentially do the right thing, to get rid of subs like that and the Donald, racist, hateful subreddits. They always have to have their hand forced to get rid of it. Why? Why is that? Why does somebody always have to force their hand? I just find that just crazy. Right? So here's the UK politics. Here's their statement now that they're going with after what happened. Okay, so the UK politics mods have come out with an official statement. As you will have noticed, the moderators set the subreddit to private last night. This is not a decision we took lightly, but one that was made to protect both the users and moderators of UK politics. A moderator posted an article from The Spectator, which contained a 3-word mention in passing of a minor British public figure expelled from both the Liberal Dems and Green Party and was permanently suspended from Reddit, and later reinstated after we contacted the admins for doxing as a result. So the mod of this subreddit, the UK politics subreddit, made a post, or posted an article from The Spectator. This post was not even about I'm sorry, what is her name? We're going to start using her name. Jane Doe, this dick. Here it is. I found the comment. And you know what I find really fucking funny is that the comment linking her Wikipedia with her name, Aimee Challenor, this is in the post that was removed for doxing, for calling her Jane Doe. But this comment right here, not removed. Real fucking interesting. So moderator posted an article from The Spectator, which contained a 3-word mention in passing of Aimee Challenor, who was expelled from the Liberal Dems and Green Party and was permanently suspended from Reddit. See, the way they word it, it sounds like Aimee Challenor was suspended. No, the moderator was permanently suspended from Reddit and later reinstated after we contacted the admins for doxing as a result. So the admin team, the mod team from the sub had to contact the admins and be like, hey, can you not do that? Basically. And if you're a regular user with no mod team behind you to vouch for you, there is no getting your account back. Ever. As we had no idea what had happened or why posting this article resulted in a permanent suspension, we took the emergency step of making the subreddit private and immediately contacting the admins for clarification. We took the step to protect both the users of the subreddit and ourselves from further action by the Reddit admin staff. It later became apparent that Reddit has hired this individual as a Reddit admin. And we're banning people from discussing her past to protect their employee from harassment, meaning they hired her. She is being paid to be a Reddit admin. We would ask the following. Please do not name this individual at all. Doing so may result in your account being banned by the admins. Now, any other public figure you can name and talk about freely. But her, someone on their staff, oh no, no, no. Oh no, no, no. Any other pedophile or anyone just tied to pedophiles. Someone who's married to a pedophile. If they were prolific and a public figure, they would be fine to talk about. But when it's their employee, they want to protect what would I call her? The pedophile sympathizer. Yes, let's call her that, a pedophile sympathizer, if she's not a pedophile herself. Please do not ask further questions about this, as doing so may result in your account being banned by the admins. Please do not discuss this incident on Reddit publicly or privately. Example given on private subreddits and/or in private messages, chat, etc., as doing so may result in your account being banned by the admins. So, they may be going through your private messages and your private chats to make sure you're not talking about this person. Hell, my account may be banned now for this video. This is insane, absolutely insane. Never have I ever heard of a situation of admins combing through private chats and messages to look for people to ban, to permanently suspend from the platform for the sake of their pedophile sympathizing employee. I've never heard of anything like this. This is insane. Just a reminder that the usual subreddit rules and Reddit-wide terms of service apply. We do not support nor do we condone any harassment or abuse of the people, publications, or Redditors involved. Our issues lie solely with the actions that Reddit has taken and continue to take in relation to this event. So, your issues are with the admins. Don't act like it's Reddit the entity. Your issues with the admins. Why don't we call a fucking spade a spade? Like, the admins have done shitty stuff before, but this takes the fucking cake. This is insane. I cannot believe this. I cannot believe this. And what really concerns me is the age limit for Reddit is like 12 or 13. There are plenty of teenage subreddits, stuff like that. And they're okay with this woman being an admin. They're paying her to work for them. I don't. Now look what the mods of Europe said. You're probably noticing a few because this is the article, Aimee Challenor and the Danger of Transgender Politics. Now, this is not the one that was originally posted. This is from only 7 hours ago. And she wasn't named in the original one. It was just the Spectator article. And I guess the danger of transgender politics in general, not her specifically. So the mods of Europe said, of r/Europe have said, you're probably noticing a few strange things about this thread, not the least being that every comment was removed, every one, and it's locked, meaning no new comments can be made. A couple days ago, a moderator of UK politics was suspended permanently for allegedly posting the Spectator article about a former politician, Aimee Challenor. Now, the UK politics mod said they got the account back. They've been unsuspended, but that doesn't matter. That doesn't negate that they were suspended for doing this, you know. After turning the subreddit private for almost a full day, the moderators of UK politics then made an announcement you can read here that alleges that any mention of Miss Challenor and any link to the article can lead to a permanent suspension of the user from the whole of Reddit by the admins. And I mean, here they are, naming her by name, linking the article with her name. Nothing's happened, just saying. The stated reason for that is that Miss Challenor is allegedly currently a Reddit employee, and Reddit is trying to protect her from harassment. While the Spectator article is not a very good one, there are several other sources on the controversy. BBC article, Green Party suspends member over father's child rape conviction. Not an accusation at this point, conviction. And the accusations, as I said before, the accusations came forth about a year or two before she named him her, organizer, manager, whatever it was. Guardian article, Green Party failed to properly investigate child abuser. Wow. As you might understand, this is a rather sensitive situation. When posting these threads and responding to them, there is a real chance your account might be suspended. We don't wish for users to be baited into losing their accounts, however. Thus, the thread's comments have been removed and the thread locked. Furthermore, any more posts about it have to be cleared with us through the mod mail before being approved for both your and our safety. We hope you understand. And the for our safety is because the admins have removed mods before and put their own mods in when stuff was going down that they didn't like. And that's what the r/Europe mods are probably worried about, is that they will all get booted and the admins will put in their own people who will continue to protect this pedophile sympathizer from harassment. Like, okay, here's an idea. Just try to bear with me here. It might be crazy. I mean, it might be a little crazy. How about, instead of hiring someone so problematic and heinous, you don't hire a fucking pedophile sympathizer? What the fuck does Aimee Challenor bring that it's worth this? That's what I really want to know. What the fuck is she bringing to the table that's worth this? Insane. I'm so disgusted. But let's get into the dirty details of what Aimee Challenor's father did. Now these allegations came out, at least a year or two before she decided to make him her election agent. Keep forgetting that word, election agent. So his previous record was so horrible that not only his children, but the pets were removed. The pets. The details of the case are hideous. He abused the child, suspended from the beams of the attic from the family home, while dressed in a baby doll dress and nappies. Aimee released a statement in which she denied any knowledge of all this and declared, "But I cannot be held responsible for the actions of my father. I am not to blame for his behavior. Yes, he was my election agent. This was one of a number of ways I was seeking to reconcile my relationship with my father after coming out of care. On reflection, I can understand that it was unacceptable for me to appoint my dad as my election agent when he had been arrested." You appointed him as your election agent a year after he'd been arrested and the allegations came out. Like, what? Like, okay, yes, I cannot be held for the yes. The child should not be punished for the sins of the father. I absolutely agree. But when you marry a self-proclaimed pedophile that defends and makes excuses for their pedophilia, I just don't take this seriously anymore. I just do not take this seriously. Aimee Challenor is 100% if she's not a pedophile herself, a pedophile apologist. Because look at how she doesn't, look how she sees her father. I mean, God forbid it was my dad, I would not be able to have a relationship with him. I wouldn't. It's one thing to be a pedophile. It's another thing to do this to a child. That's a whole other thing. The statement is masterly as an excuse in contemporary exculpation. I am a trans woman. There we go. I was not misgendering, and this is my personal journey. And interestingly declares that I did not go into the attic during my adult life. It was considered dad space. Belatedly, The Guardian reported on the story. The natural response to this house of horrors is to rapidly move on, but that would be a mistake, because the case of Aimee Challenor tells us something about where transgender politics can lead, especially its insistence that if I say I am a woman, I jolly well am. For one thing, the Challenors, father and son, I hate that. God, I hate that. Father and daughter allegedly carried out an internet campaign against those who took exception to Aimee's notion of self-assumed womanhood through something called TERF Blocker. TERF Blocker, TERFs being trans exclusionary radical feminist, allows Twitter users to automatically block all of those users deemed transphobic. Ironically, feminists on the receiving end of the tool adopt similar tactics when it suits them, as in the Irish abortion referendum. I don't know if I can read more of this. Just the blatant misgendering, purposefully misgendering them as if to invalidate that. I just find that disgusting. This Aimee Challenor is fucked up in her own right. You don't need to add to it by misgendering them and invalidating that they're trying to invalidate that they're trans or whatever the fuck. That's just not necessary. Yeah, I'm not really feeling this article in general. I don't really want to read the rest of it because no. But this whole thing is problematic. It's all problematic. We need to talk about the pedophile sympathizing that's going on here. All right, I know I said I wasn't ready for a video, so do not mind how I look right now. But when I made this, it was a lot earlier in the day before it really started blowing up all over Reddit. Since then, there have been some big and default subreddits that are going dark, or I think going private, to protest what's going on and to try to force the admins to give some sort of statement. I think they'll give some sort of statement, but I don't think they'll do the right thing. I don't think it'll be honest. I don't think they'll get rid of her. In the end, I don't think any of this will matter, but that's the biggest update I have right now. So you can find the drama, I don't know, elsewhere, Twitter, maybe? I don't know. A lot of posts are still up and no one was banned, so I don't know if it's, only if you say her name, like Voldemort, but that's where we are right now. So yeah.